Join me on this journey as we explore 2 abandoned houses on one lot. This video is of house 1. What happened? Why was it abandoned? Why did Decay? What's going on with it now? All these questions will be answered throughout the video. Also, I'm going to share my experience I had exploring this location. In this section, I'm going to talk about the history of this location. The town of Dorsey is named for the Dorsey family, who owned much of the surrounding land in both Howard and Anne Arundel counties in the mid-19th century. In the 1840s, they supposedly discovered iron ore on their property and began to mine it using German immigrant laborers. The mining iron ore was sent to the Dorsey furnace and forged by rail, but the operation didn't last long as deposits were quickly. Many of the German miners got new jobs with the B&O and settled permanently in Dorsey. In some cases, their descendants stayed on in the town well into the 20th century. The German presence was so strong in the area that the Dorsey Emerald Methodist Church held services in German until 1881. In the 1890s, the church burned down and was rebuilt on Dorsey Road in 1897, still standing today across the street from the Lenox Park neighborhood. It seems likely that the homes of these German laborers and the heart of the town of Dorsey was across the railroad in Anne Arundel County. But Anne Arundel County maps were not available, so it was not quite possible to confirm how large the settlement of Dorsey was in the late 19th century. In 1872, the Wesley Grove Camp Meeting was formally established along the Washington Turnpike northwest of Dorsey. The site had been used for religious camp meetings throughout the 19th century, but the Wesley Grove Group made the site a more permanent and luxurious destination throughout the construction of a hotel and other buildings. Visitors could also rent multi-room tents erected on wood platforms for weeks at a time, and the scene was more a social than a religious gathering. The destination was popular in the summer for city dwellers, feeding the heart of the city for the county air of Dorsey. Visitors would take the train to Dorsey Station, and they could either walk up the road or take a ride on a wagon provided by Wesley Grove up to the hill to a meeting ground. The Dorsey family sold a large chunk of their land on the Howard County side of the railroad tracks to the Lenox Park Real Estate Company. Sometime around 1893, the company head of Edwin Goldman subdivided the land into 423 lots of various sizing. The plot of the Lenox drew in 1900 a large block labeled Lenox Park Hotel site, which contained the footprint of a large building. It is not certain whether this is purposed or existing, but looking at a modern map of the neighborhood, the house that is rumored to be the old Dorsey home is located in about the same spot as the hotel on the plat. Locals claim that the old Dorsey home was turned into a hotel at one point. Almost all of the roads shown on the 1900 plat were constructed, but Lenox Avenue is much shorter today than it is shown on the map. This neighborhood became an early example of suburban movement and community planning in the United States. In this section, we're going to talk about what happened to this location. The house was built in the 1920s. The property was owned by Mr. Bellicchio. It was sold by his daughter against her father's wishes of not selling it to developers. The back portion of the property is designated as a park. Why did it decay? This place decayed due to Mother Nature. What's going on with it now? 30 rental properties are being built. The community is against all the building. Plans started as single-family homes to now full rental properties, which is also opposed by the community.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Build it up with sticks and stones, sticks and stones, sticks and stones. Build it up with sticks and stones, my fair lady. Sticks and stones will all fall down, all fall down, all fall down. Sticks and stones will all fall down, my fair lady. Build it up with wood and clay, wood and clay, wood and clay. Build it up with wood and clay.
In this section, I'm going to talk about my experience that I had while exploring this location. This location is absolutely gorgeous. I had such a fun time exploring this place. I also couldn't believe how gorgeous this building looked. I loved the wooden floors. This place almost had no graffiti except for upstairs. Also, at the time of this video, the buildings were still standing. Now they are no longer around. Also, it was so nice to get to talk to the neighbors. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also don't forget to hit the notification button so you'll know when new videos get released.